Farmers of East BERBICE have been assured of government's unflinching support for the agriculture sector, and more so at the level of the farmer, wherever he or she is in all of Guyana. This assurance was given by Agriculture Minister MUSTAPHA during an outreach Saturday to several areas in East BERBICE. His first stop was on the east bank of BERBICE at Cothbrath, where residents were given the opportunity of raising with the Agriculture Minister issues affecting their communities along the East Bank corridor. The issues raised by the residents were relative to drainage and irrigation in their respective communities, all the way to Mara Trait. According to residents, even though the Ministry of Agriculture through the NDIA had excavated a number of the main drainage and irrigation channels, those channels have since become overgrown with vegetation, blocking the flow of water. The issue here was the lack of maintenance, which, according to Minister MUSTAPHA, was left to a special committee comprising representatives of the various East Bank BERBICE communities. Minister MUSTAPHA expressed his disappointment at the inaction of the committee, but said these failures should be reported to his ministry as early as possible and not have to wait for a resolution during a ministerial visit. The Agriculture Minister, however, informed the residents that the NDIA would begin remedial work almost immediately to bring relief to residents of the communities, many of whom say they have suffered significant losses due to the rains and resultant flooding.
So we want to ensure that the expenditure, as the comrade rightly said, that what we are expending, the money must ensure that we put it in good use. And we must not go and do one work over and over. And we must not lament that works are not being done. First of all, for us in the government, we are concentrating to do community works, where the majority of the communities will be beneficiary. You might have a number of persons that need private work to be done. They might have a canal, they may need land clearing, they may need tubing, and we can't satisfy everybody's demands and everybody's needs at the same time. However, what we are trying to do is to ensure we have maximum benefit from government resources. And that is why the President came here, I believe twice to East Bank BERBICE. He has made certain commitments. Most of that commitment, or even not all of those commitments, would have completed. I came here a number of times, and we are continuing to do works in the area to ensure that we bring maximum benefit to the people in this community. I am very disappointed, however, that a committee was set up, a committee which I see as that power is important to that committee. A committee that should have recommend work that has to be done, recommend where the machine has to go, recommend which canals are more important to be done in order of priority, is not functioning. And that is where the government is trying to empower you the beneficiary. That is why when I came here this morning, I could have come, make a speech, talk all the nice things, and just leave without listening to your concerns. But we are not like that. We want to know what intervention or what are some of the intervention we should make to bring relief to your life. Because many of you depend on agriculture. That is your livelihood in this area. And today, when you look at the sector, the agriculture sector, although we are an oil and gas producing country now, and not so long ago we heard the story that all the revenue will be coming from oil and gas, so that it's not important to look at the other sectors. Well, for us in this government, we see agriculture as the most important sector for us, as the most important sector. And we will continue to make budgetary allocation to this important sector.
According to Minister MUSTAPHA, the agriculture sector is one that will always face challenges. Challenges arising out of several factors, such as climate, volatile market prices, availability of resources for crucial infrastructural upgrades, etc. And so farmers and communities across the country will always face one difficulty or another, but that they can count on government for support in the face of these challenges.
So we will continue to make available the intervention that we have been making, resources to the communities, but we have to work together. We have to work as a group. We can't be selfish at this point in time, because there are some people, as long as their canals are clean, they don't care about the rest of the people. So we have to ensure that we work together. We look what we have been doing. You heard the comrade talk just now. For 40 years, the Krong Dam was not, had no work going on there. We have been doing work there. We have been doing work there, and there is part work left to be done. And as soon as we get a break again in the weather, we'll continue, and you'll have a brand new Krong Dam where water from the backland will not come and flood you out to here. We are now in the process of building two Hope Light Canal in Region 6. The Hope Light Canal, like what are on the east coast there. Two of those high-level canals where we'll drain the backland water right on to the Atlantic. Right on to the Atlantic. Answer this guy. Tell me then we come. So the point I am trying to make is that we are making a lot of expenditure in this sector. Yesterday I had a meeting with the World Bank. We will be doing 63 sluices. 63 sluices across this country. Rehabilitate those sluices. Ensure that the outfalls are working. Purchase equipment that can clear the outfall. These are things that will come into place shortly. As a matter of fact, next month the whole procurement process will start, where we will start to look at that. Whilst we are doing that, we are building the high-level canals. We are doing an embankment from number 66 right on to Kanji Creek, Vinchab, in Kanji, to prevent the backland water to come in. We are doing your Krong Dam on the east bank of BERBICE. We are desilting canals. A majority of the canals we are desilting. The president came, there was a request from private individuals that they need land clearing. We decided that we will do a maximum of 5 acres land clearing for individual. 75 persons were selected. The contracts, 3 lots, the 3 contracts were awarded, and very shortly that process will commence. So whilst we are concentrating on the larger projects, we are also doing the smaller project to benefit individuals. I promise that I will make a tractor and a trailer available to the groups in this part of the community. When I was about to deliver the tractor, I was lobbied by various groups that the tractor should go to this community, the tractor should go to this community, and I stop it. The tractor is in New Amsterdam. So if you don't make up your mind and decide, come into one group, and everybody will benefit from that tractor, I will keep that tractor there or give somebody else.
Residents of the East Bank BERBICE communities were loud in their praise of the work the Ministry of Agriculture has been doing along the East Bank corridor.
While everyone is here to voice their opinions and their concerns of issues that are bothering them, I would like to say thank you on behalf of the entire East Bank community. If there was ever to be a medal for a ministry within the ministries, I would say the Agriculture Ministry should have gotten that medal because of the work you're doing. Personally, I would say thank you. Thank you for all you've done for me to make my livelihood sustainable as it relates to agriculture, and agriculture is my passion.
I want to say thanks to this government covered minister, I would say the engineers, Mr. Lionel, and all the city defense engineer them, we have good works done. I would say Tabi East Bank, again, East Bank BERBICE. Excellent work at the city defense. Next thing again at the Baghdad, I'm thankful for what the government have done for me.
Farmers of the East Bank BERBICE communities who reported losses due to flooding or as a result of the recent drought have been assured of the ministry's help in the provision of planting materials for cash and rice crop farmers, and in the case of livestock farmers, help through the Guyana Livestock Development Authority, GLDA. In Leslie Holden, Blackbush Polder, residents were also given the same assurances, help through the provision of planting materials for cash crop farmers and seed paddy for affected rice farmers, help through the GLDA for livestock farmers in these areas. The NDIA will also be deploying its machinery to help with the clearing of blocked drainage channels and outfalls. These works will begin almost immediately. The final meeting of the day was at the number 63 Village Quarantine, where again, farmers were afforded the opportunity of airing their issues of concern with the Agriculture Minister and his team. The focus here were farmers of the 52 to 74 NDC. Here again, the minister assured farmers of immediate action on the issues raised, including the deployment of machinery to execute the works requested. Residents were also told that work on the start of the Hope Light canals in the region have been paused to allow for more consultations with residents in the target areas. A meeting to this end has been organized between the NDIA and the residents. That meeting is set for Wednesday of this week.
Thank you.